Hi, this is Gaetano Conti from Solidsteel. I'm the company owner and CEO. Welcome back to our live streaming event. And today I will be showing you details, information, product unboxing, and an installation about rack, a very popular one we introduced 3 years ago, which is called VL2. I'm here doing a live streaming event and not a better professional video for guiding you through the exploring of this product range. Since we really care to come back to the trade shows, and we would like to let you join our company, our warehouse, and having a kind of more spontaneous and direct feeling in discovering closely what we do here since 1990. What's the VL series? VL series is a brand new product, maybe yes, maybe no. We introduced it 3 years ago. It became very popular worldwide, and we can consider it as a huge compromise between a very big need music lovers have, like, for example, the need of storing vinyl records in a safe place, and the possibility of accommodating audio video components on a professional audio video rack. You can visit our website for discovering all the features and all the details or all the further information on the parts which are composing the product. And here I can basically give you maybe some tips, some extra details you are maybe not going to find somewhere else. Before of starting, I'd like to ask you to not forget to submit or to register to our newsletter on our website, to subscribe to our YouTube channel, to follow us on Instagram and Facebook, or why not on Twitch too. We will be going to show you news, cool updates, and very useful details about what we do. Yes, behind me, as you can see, there's a huge package on the floor. Later, I will go behind trying to assemble it with some luck. And with big help of my teammates here in the company, I decided today to give my replies to the most frequent questions, so the F.A.Q received during last 3 years. 3 years of amazing job done with this product, new product range, which is the VL series. And what's the meaning of VL? VL is vinyl library. At first, we were designing and having a kind of concept basically made of a new addition in our catalog, because before of the VL racks, we never had on our catalog a product which was able of both storing records and accommodating hi-fi components. So here we are. We only replied to some needs. We noticed that during trade shows, visitors asked us, do you have something for my vinyl record collection for helping me in having in a very quick way the possibility of listening to my favorite or latest purchased records on my turntable. And then we decided, yes, we can. We thought at first, yes, we can do something. And when I discovered that many audiophile lovers didn't have any need of having any turntable tone, I also discovered that many music lovers are purchasing vinyl records without having any turntable at home. This means basically that we are offering a solution, and through by our VL series range, we are offering the possibility of dedicating a proper space in your music room for your favorite passion. So I'd say let's start with some questions we received about the VL series, and let's see together how can I help you in discovering more useful details about the product. Are protective floor discs included? I mean, included in the package? Yes, they are, of course. They are always included, as well as all the other products we are producing. The big news is from this year, we are going to include the mini protective floor discs on the NS and SS speaker stands too. Are particular tools needed for the assembly? No, they aren't needed because we are providing all the necessary parts, and basically it's very safe and easy to assemble a VL rack, just like I will do in a few minutes, and no particular tools will be needed for the installation. What kind of timber is adopted? Well, timber in general, yeah. We have MDF wood, ennobled MDF wood in compliance to the CARB 2 Phase 2 laws in California. So the most important ones in the world about formaldehyde emissions. And basically there's MDF wood as a main material, and the finish is made by polymer laminate with a double layer, which is giving walnut texture and finish, which is very resistant and exclusively made for high quality furniture. What is the maximum sustainable load for each shelf? Well, each shelf can support tested 120 kilos. And we are talking about approximately 240-50 pounds of weight. Are frame pillars fillable? No, they aren't, because they are already filled with a stretch cell foam, which is a sound absorbing foam certified, which is able of dampening vibrations, and the whole frame in this way is not ringing. So no way, there's no possibility of filling the tubes which are already filled by us. Is the natural walnut the only finish for the VL racks? Yes, it is. You can find different finishes, for example, on the S4 range, which is available both in white and black. How many vinyl records can be stored? We can say approximately between 110 and 120 units, but it depends a lot on how your collection, how your records are made. If you are considering the standard side, maybe we can also consider more than 120 units, but let's stay around this number. Would it be possible to place power amps on the bottom shelf instead of records? Yes, it would be. We basically designed the VL range for storing records, but since we have 41 centimeters of depth, which are basically converted in 16.1 inches, if your power amps are not deeper not deeper than this measure, you will be able of accommodating it on the surface without any problem. Is it possible to accommodate on top a pair of bookshelf speakers and a turntable? Well, this is cool. I'd say yes, it is, but my suggestion is to not keep too closely the speakers if you have an analog source. So my opinion is yes, if you don't have so much space at home and you want a smart solution for accommodating on top both bookshelf loudspeakers and a cool turntable, the VL rack is the perfect place for them and for your audio system. But we always recommend to keep at least 1.5 meters, 2 meters of distance between the speakers as a center and lateral sides. By storing vinyl records on VL racks, is there any risk of damage? Definitely no. We made tests for 1 year long before of launching the product. And of course, if you're not doing unconscious things when handling your favorite records, be sure there's no risk of pressure, no risk of damage, and there's no particular disadvantage in collocating the vinyl records on the shelf. Would it be possible to store vinyl records on different solid steel racks? Yes, it would be, but you should consider the option of purchasing custom kits. Now, only the S32, which has 32 millimeters, which are converted in 12.8 inches of height of clearance between the shelves, are able of accommodating vinyl records, but you should consider as well the purchase of a third accessory, which could be a stand for your vinyl records. The VL series is instead designed specifically for storing the LPs. Why did you decide to leave free space on shelf sides? Well, some extra space is always useful. The main intention was why only dedicating space for the vinyl collectors? Maybe you can have CDs at home. You can have nice items to be accommodated on the shelves. Or maybe your turntable may have some brushes that could be useful too. So, or headphones as well. So you have extra space right for this purpose. My record collection is too large. Are expansion kits available? Yes, they are. Sure. We have two different VL series extra kits available, and you can both increase space for increasing vinyl records and space of 22 millimeters, like 8.8 inches for your AV electronics or components. Does a VL rack support TVs? Yes, they do, of course. You can accommodate a TV not bigger than 49 inches on its top without any problem. If a system is made by several AV components, how all of them can be included? I can make a jump back to what I previously told you. By purchasing an extra kit of 225 millimeters, again 8.8 inches, you can increase the available space for your electronics. So if you do not have only a turntable, or only if you are basically if you are purchasing a VL2 rack, the one that I'm going to assemble in a few minutes, and you are needing of extra space for a streamer, for a CD player, or for an integrated amplifier, no problem, no worries. You can contact us or our distributors or AV dealers in Europe, and you will be able of increasing the space. The rack is all modular. Which improvements a VL rack could provide to know the system? Many. Which of them could be, first of all, the efficient dampening of vibrations. Thanks to the adjustable spikes on the bottom, and to the protective floor discs, and to the whole frame, you will be able of accommodating your components on a rack which is specifically designed for valorizing your audio experiences. Basically, I like to make this example. The normal adoption, the normal usage of audio video components is at home, and there are only a few houses which are acoustically treated for reducing the amount of huge resonances that are going to be spread all over the walls and the surface. And by purchasing a solid steel rack in general, you are upgrading your audio system, audio video system, thanks to a tool, a furniture, which is able of helping your music room in being more efficient and more expressive for your listening passions. How much does the VL racks cost? The cost is not published online since we are working worldwide. So my invitation for you, my recommendation for you is to visit our website. If you're living in Europe, do not hesitate to contact us or to simply check the singular European pages we are dedicating on our website. If you are visiting us outside Europe, from outside Europe, you only have to go to our AV distributor page, check if your country is covered by distributor, and check their websites. Or as an alternative option, if you are not having so much time, just send us an email. We will be back to you shortly, giving the best assistance we can. Why buying a VL rack? It's made by Solidsteel. So basically, well, I think I told you many reasons why to buy. No, I have it in my office. So what better recommendation than this? So, okay, we do not have any more questions. If you have other doubts, if you have further requests, please leave a comment down here, and be sure that me or my team will be replying as soon as possible. And if you are considering the purchase of a VL rack, do not forget that we are at your complete disposal. As alternative, you can also check on our website our Configurator Tool, which is basically designed for giving extra support to you just by sending us details about dimensions of your room, music room, details and brands and model names of your audio video components, and we will back to you with cool solutions. So I think we have everything ready for assembling a VL2 together. Thank you for being patient in following my replies. And once again, if you have doubts, do not hesitate to ask. Carter, before I start, never forget to find at home a secure place for the installation. Children, animals, please keep them away from you. I'm installing a VL2 and not a VL3 or VL4 since we always recommend to have a supporter, a second person helping you during this process. A VL2 can be installed by one person safely. For 3 and 4 levels, I suggest to ask for some extra help. So, the VL2 comes only in a single big package. And as you can see here, the whole content is made by the frame parts. But before of that, I'm glad to show you this. We have the instruction manual. Always read it carefully. We have the warranty card, which is covering our products for 5 years against evident manufacturing defects. And we have a small brochure just for remembering you that if you want, after the installation, we would like to see the final result, and we would like to share on our social media platforms your purchase. So, and thank you, Catch Education, for thanking all of you who already sent us many contents. This is amazing, this is beautiful, and we can't wait. We will be looking forward to receive many more from you again. So I go back here and I want to show you the content of the frame parts. It's funny, for me it's funny, but I'm proud of this. We are reducing the plastic emissions and waste in the environment, and all the aluminum tubes are filled with this foam. So this is the same material we are including inside the package, inside the pods. So before of doing anything, my recommendation is to clean the installation area, to pick up all the shelves. This is the inner shelf, okay? And the opening is basically here. Check its content. Verify if everything has been correctly shipped. And let's start assembling the rack upside down. So by doing that, we will do this starting from its top shelf. Make sure you have a nice carpet behind the rack. It will be very useful in protecting the content without having any risk of damage. So this is all live. I'm sorry if it will take some extra time. I usually have fun in doing this. And I'm going to show you something about the screws. We have for the BL2 only two different kind of screws. The small ones are going on the upper covers, but there's a special mention. As you can see from here, this screw has a double side, a short one and a longer one. The short side has to be screwed inside the upper cover. So never do the opposite. If you do the opposite, the risk is the rack won't be installed safely and correctly. So we have to repeat this process for 6 times, 1 time per each top cover. 1, 2, 3. Meanwhile, in the pictures, you can see how some users, dealers, distributors decided to use VL racks in their own spaces. And I thank them all for the big support. We are almost close to the end of the first step. Well, first step done. Now, before unscrewing the aluminum poles, we have to install these plastic rounds, which are basically made for dampening vibrations and for protecting the shafts during the installation. It's very easy, very safe, no special tools needed. Maybe some cool background music would be better, but you know, we can't do it on social media platforms. So do it at home and have fun. Now I'm screwing all the poles, and this side is of 12.8 inches, 325 millimeters, able of accommodating vinyl records. Yes. Fasten. We do not need so much energy in doing that. And now we are going to screw the next kind of screws. No problem with them. So you can screw the bigger one in the way you prefer. No limits, no worries. I miss the trade shows. I miss them so much. Can't wait to come back there with the hope of meeting you all personally somewhere in the future. I also hope you're all safe and listening to good music. Now we are I'm applying in this way, so in this correct position, plastic rounds. And I'm ready for placing the bottom shelf. Just a bit of care for being sure it's correctly placed, fitting the holes. And now one step more, which is the screwing of the bottom frame parts, the bottom footers, let's call them this way. And we are very, very, very close to the conclusion of our product installation. Almost done. Now we have to dedicate attention to the regulable bottom spikes and the protective floor discs in stainless steel. Better choose first the proper space on which you are going to collocate the whole rack. So I will be going this way. I decided to place it on the carpet. I'm putting in pairs down here, and only after having screwed the bottom spikes, I will regulate them on the protective floor discs. So I show you with a close-up how to do it. It's very, very, very easy. You have to screw the nut inside the bottom spike. Do it 6 times. I want to thank as well Antonio, which is giving me help and support, technical support during this live streaming event. So this is a most delicate step. Most delicate because after this process is completed, you have to rotate the rack. Be careful because you are using an object with spikes. With the normal care, everything is safe. So I basically rotate here the unit and I just position here the spikes, and one by one, I center the protective floor discs on every shelf, on every spike. And sorry if I'm giving you shoulders now or back. We are very, very close to the end. Thank you for your patience, for watching this video, for leaving a comment, and for your trust on us. And here we are, guys. This is a rock solid shelf made for storing your favorite records and your audio video system. Let's have the thrill and the big emotion. Oh, look at this record from MoFi label. I can show you how easy it is to accommodate some records, to store some records on the VL. Obviously, the more you have, the better it is. So, this is Gaetano Conti from Solidsteel, Italy. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you back soon somewhere. Ciao, grazie, arrivederci.